Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. It is season 8, episode 7, and tonight we are doing my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I am super excited about it, and I just remembered I forgot to check the microphone's on the right microphone. Yes, it is. That's all right then. Hopefully you can all hear me. That would be a nightmare because I normally get shouted at by everyone. So we will pretty much jump straight in with the giveaway in just a minute. We have some amazing prizes. I'll talk you through them in just a minute as well. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Just a warning, if you want to be involved in the giveaway, you do need to be watching on YouTube, just because then everyone can see the numbers that you choose, etc., etc. It makes it all nice and easy for me and everyone else involved. We're watching the Polyrachus dives tonight. We are right inside of the main tank with the camera, so there's no reflections on the glass or anything like that. We have a nice clear view. Hopefully it's nice and clear for you as well. We are watching the top right-hand side of the nest, at the top left-hand side of the nest at the moment, which is under building work, redevelopment, whatever you want to call it. They are building this new section here. You can see it's more like a web. And that is basically the fresh built area. You can also see several males walking about. They have the more pointy gasters and they're rather fast. And then you can also see the slightly larger princesses walking about, female elates walking about, and some of them are actually in the process of mating right now, which is seeming to be ongoing for the last year or so. Good evening, Ants England. Thanks for coming in. And good evening, everybody else. Thanks for coming in. Ants Dorset, Greg, Mantis Garden. We have loads of people in right now. I'm not going to go through everyone's name, but loads of people. Alan Richards, loads of people. Hello, everyone. I'm going to change the banner as well whilst I remember. There you go. The nest, yeah, the nest is absolutely insane now. I was just talking about it. So where was I talking? Yeah, so you can see that they're currently walking around with some of the larvae at the minute. They say they are in the process of building this section. But this is just probably less than a quarter of the nest on view right now. It is absolutely insane, the size of it and how many's actually in there. We're estimating over 10,000 now. At any given point you can just see like 1,000 ants around, at least 1,000 ants around the nest. It's always like this, and just ants everywhere. Ants absolutely everywhere. Rob, where do I get my ants? If you need ants, go on my website. I have them. If you're in the UK, we can ship them out to you fairly easily. And if you're in another country, we do have a shipping charge as well, but it is possible to get them out to you in most countries. Just going through the chat quickly, just making sure I haven't missed anything. Right, anyways, so we've got 20 people in at the minute. We have several different options. We are going to use, now I was very, very kindly gifted, Ant Race app. Do we call it app? Do we call it website? I don't know what we've got an ant race. No, we would usually use a duck race. I'm afraid the stream quality is going to drop whilst I'm opening multiple windows. That's right, isn't it? Windows, yeah. So we would normally use a duck race for all our random number generator things, but we've been kindly gifted by Lee, who is in the chat right now, has built us a ant race, which is absolutely spectacular. So we're going to set that up now. We have 4 prizes to give away tonight. Each one does include a cryptic mantis from Mantis Garden. So a massive thank you to Mantis Garden for providing them. We've actually only got, right, so we're going to have to go to duck race because I can't actually put in enough ants into the ant generator. But that's fine. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. And thank you very much for the congratulations. It's absolutely spectacular. I never thought I was going to get that. Like me talking randomness twice a week and releasing the odd video every now and then, you know what I mean? I never thought I'd get to 1,000. So I do appreciate everyone watching and supporting, as you know. I always try and show that I support it. Appreciate it. But I'm not very good with my words, as we all know, especially when it comes to this sort of thing. Right, so we've got 21 people in the chat right now. People are already grabbing your numbers, so I'm going to get on with it. Right, all you got to do is put in your, choose a number from 1 to 25. We're going to put 25 ducks in the race right now. 25 ducks, so anything 1 to 25. If you choose a number that's already been picked, choose a different number. I will look back in the chat and find who's won each prize, etc., etc. Normally, I would go through the ducks one by one as well. And I would name them all and I'd give you a little rundown of what ducks are currently available and whatnot. I'm not going to do that tonight because we just have loads of people joining and it's getting, there's just too many ducks. I'll be here all night. But I will say we have a great lineup of ducks tonight. They have been training hard for this all week. I've had them going up and down the local streams out in the sea locally for me as well. And some of them struggled. Not all of them did survive, but we've got 25 lined up on the racing line for you right now. So I'm going to give it just another few seconds. Make sure you've grabbed the number. If your number's already been chosen, choose another number. Right, so the first prize I am going to be giving away is a £35 mystery box from myself on my store. This will come with 1 cryptic mantis. All prizes will take between 1 to 2 weeks to get to you because the mantises need to be sent to me. They're currently in a molting process, so they're going to be sent to me once they've molted, and then we will get the prizes out to you. So there will be a wait of about a week or 2. That is because we don't want to send mantises whilst they're molting. Strictly that. Sorry, Mantis Garden, you don't need to enter. You have loads of stuff to look after and do at the moment. You've got way more than you can handle. Right, so hopefully everyone's got numbers. Everyone's fine. Everyone's sorting themselves out. I'll give it just another few seconds and we're going to start the first race of 4. We're going to have 4 races tonight. Oh, I was about to take my top off, but then I remembered I'm going to be showing face in just a few minutes, actually. We're going to do that in just a minute. In fact, I could do that now. Haha. Let's do that now in the other camera. So, boosh. Now, I am going to have to adjust the camera because just as I was starting, I managed to knock it, like the whole thing over. I'm slightly sideways. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Hello, everyone. There's my face. Right. So hopefully everyone's got their number. If you are just coming in, grab a number 1 to 25. Make sure it hasn't already been picked by going back in the chat. If it's already picked, pick a different number. Easy as that. We're going to get the race underway, and the winner will win a £35 mystery box and a cryptic mantis from the Mantis Garden. Here we go. I'm going to turn the sound off because otherwise we'll have them cracking the whole way, and I can't even talk over the top of them sometimes. Hopefully everyone can see. Hopefully it's not lagging too bad. I will give it about 10 seconds before cheers for that. Before announcing the winners, just because sometimes there's a little bit of a lag. So here we go. There is a great race going on. These ducks are really, really pushing themselves for this. And yes, I am drinking an energy drink at the moment. I said that I was going to give them up. I got really close to it, and then I ended up back in hospital. It was like, right, what am I going to do in hospital? Energy drinks. And, well, yeah. I've been drinking more Lucozade as well. Don't get me wrong, but you can only do so much when you work like 16 hours every day or something stupid. You've got to have something. Massive good luck to everyone. You are more than welcome to enter every giveaway race that we do tonight, but you can only win one prize. If you win a second, I will be re-raffling it. I think it's fair because we've only got 4 prizes tonight. If I had 50 prizes or something, I couldn't care less, but we've only got 4 prizes. Let's be fair and make sure they go out to 4 lucky winners. Here we go. Hey, coming down the racetrack, down the river. We got an alien duck there in number 2. I'm a little bit concerned he might pull out a ray gun. Keep an eye on him. Rob, if you want, just send me a message anytime and I'll talk you through what you need to do to get started. We can sort that out for you. It seems a bit daunting at start, but it's fairly easy when someone's there to help you along the way. So here we go, everyone. Last few seconds now. And it is, wow. Well done, number 25. So I'm just going back into the chat. I know I saw it come up. Somewhere. I saw someone Mark Sargent, right. I'm just writing that down. Mark Sargent. If you want to send me a message, I'll also send you a message. We shall find each other one way or another and get these prizes out to you. Absolutely awesome. That is the first prize given away. Well done. I love those mystery boxes as well, because it's basically like you give me a budget and say, go nuts in your own store. And it's like, what can I give you? I absolutely love the mystery boxes. They're great fun. They are great fun. And everyone seems really happy when they receive them, which is the main thing to me. As long as people are happy. It definitely isn't. Darcy. I'm so confused. I missed something in the chat and now I'm confused. I don't know. Oh, yeah, don't start with leaf cutters. That's what I'd missed. Rob, do not start with leaf cutters because they're like one of the hardest colonies to actually keep. Probably one of the hardest. There is other ones, but they are very difficult just because they're so sensitive and their needs are just so all the time. Like, I fed these ones 3 times today and it's relentless. And I'm not giving them just a little bit. I'm filling the pod every time. It's relentless. Oh, dear. So next we are going to be raffling, giving away. We're going to be giving away with a duck race, make it clear, a 2-queen Nico colony and another cryptic mantis from the Mantis Garden. So if you want to be involved in possible getting a 2-queen Nico Camponotus nicobarensis colony, there we go, say it properly, then this is the race for you. I'm going to leave 25 ducks on because we apparently have 24 people watching at the moment. There we go. Everyone grab your numbers. You know how it works. I will go back over it anyways. You need to choose a number. If your number's already been picked, choose a different number. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Unless you're really set on having a number, then you could probably fight to the death or keyboard warrior out or something. It could be fun for all of us we could probably make bets on that and it'd be great fun, but we won't get into that. Choose a number of a duck. The duck will go up the river. Simple as that. When it reaches the other end, we choose a winner after who crosses the line first. Simple. I'm telling you how race works now. That's pretty much sucking eggs, isn't it? I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and that's all numbers. Cool. Right. So hopefully everyone is almost sorted. We'll give it another few seconds. Let's have a little look at our ducks whilst we're giving it a few seconds. Our contestants tonight, they are working hard. The tide's flowing against them, as you can see, which is always a right pain. To be honest, when I was doing my swimming training, I used to hate swimming outside. Swimming across the sea is an absolute nightmare. I'd rather be in a pool any day. So hats off to them. We do have a royal duck up here looking rather sharp with his crown on his head. You don't want to be dropping that crown in the river. It probably won't rust, but it won't do well in the current brushing it along the kind of riverbed. We have also got a bandit duck. Bandit duck might well have his eyes set on the crown. It might spur him to move a little bit faster, might slow him down. He might just stay next to the crown duck the whole time. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, let's get this going. Good luck, everybody. I always keep my eyes on the plain ducks because there's so many of them. It feels like they're a gang. Doesn't it feel like they're a gang? They're going to cause trouble for someone. It ain't going to be me because I love eating duck, I'll admit. Duck's really nice meat. Shouldn't say that when you're watching ducks and praising the ducks. Mantis Garden, I know. Where is Baz? He said he would be here tonight as well. He might well be working, We all have lives. We all have jobs. Don't mess with the ducks. They are quackers. They are absolutely quackers, aren't they? Oh, you know what's really cool, right? So we've got one of those Google round things that you shout at it, hey Google. You shout at Google, hey Google, do this, do that, right? It's been great fun. Do you know they tell jokes? Oh, it heard me say that. Oh, it heard me. So you got to be careful what I say. So I can't repeat that phrase anymore. But yeah, we've been having great fun with that. Do this, do that, tell us a joke, put on some music. Oh, it's been great fun. It is listening. I'm not bothered. If it wants to listen to me, it will get very bored very fast. I talk about ants a lot. I talk about other random rubbish a lot. I'm not that interesting, believe it or not. If they want to track what I do, will track my location, pretty much here most of the time. Oh, he's in his office again. Late one tonight. You know what I mean? So here we go. Massive good luck, everyone. Number 3. Well done, number 3. Let's see who won. Going back in the chat to find number 3. I nearly burst into song. Am I right? No one got number 3. Did no one choose number 3? I don't think anyone chose number 3. If you chose it, shout now because I cannot see anyone choosing number 3. If that's the case, we'll just redo it. We'll redo the race. That again, absolutely knackered. Right, we'll redo it. Here we go. Right, race again. Ready, steady, go. Keep your numbers. We're just going again. If number 3 wins again, he's on steroids. So just keep your numbers. We'll be fine. We'll hang in there. What? If you have a smart bulb and ask for party time with Google, they go into a rave. I need that. We have talked about getting like smart plugs and bulbs and stuff and having it all connected and just make life easier, doesn't it? But I'm really anti-technology. I know that's kind of weird, but I don't like sort of advancing much. It took me years to get an Xbox 360. I stuck with the old school PlayStation 2 for many, 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 many years. I had so many games still. I had stacks and stacks and stacks of games. Yeah. Oh well. What we doing? 12 was the original. 8. We'll take 3. I thought it was older. I'm so confused. I'm just gonna see. I keep looking at the chat, then I look away, and then I look back at the chat, and it's like, what? It's hard to keep track of it all on my own, but it's all good. It's all good. See, you like the smart tech. See, I think I will, and I am getting more into it. Like with the doodad, the thermometer. It all goes to my phone. You know what I mean? Bluetooth stuff all goes to the phone, and that's really helpful. But I don't know. I'm really I struggle with technology. I break a lot of things. Simple as that. Right, here we go. Here we go. Well done. Good luck, everyone. Well done to the Ducks. Racing third time. Here we go. Boosh, number 15. Well done, number 15. Let's have a little look back in the chat. We are. Hopefully someone is number 15. I don't think anyone's number 15. Oh no. If you're number 15, shout. We've got like 20 odd people in the chat and we keep, I don't know. Madness. No one's number 15. That's twice in a row. Right. We go again. The Ducks are absolutely knackered, but we're going to go again. If it happens, I'll reduce the amount of Ducks. But there's 21 people in the chat, so the likeliness is that's like crazy odds. You know what I mean? Out of 25 Ducks, we found the 4 or 5 that haven't been picked or whatever. 2 out of the 5 in a row. That's like getting heads 10 times in a row. It just shouldn't happen. It might, but it shouldn't. You've got to be really good at chucking heads. Or have one of those special coins which is heads on either side. Then you're pretty, you're going to get heads. Good luck, everyone, for the 3rd, 4th, however many time. Again, this is for the 2 Queen Nico colony with a cryptic mantis from the Mantis Garden. Yeah, I know bad luck. To be honest, I mainly just get bad luck. I always get offended, right, when people say that Irish have the best luck. Because, like, I'm Irish and I ain't got no luck at all. Like, I got no. Unless that's what they actually meant. Like, everyone else has got the good luck and giving me all the bad luck. That would probably be about right. But we work hard to combat bad luck, Alexa's old news. See, I never got on with Alexa. Mainly, I found myself, I'm starting to do it with Google already. I argue with them. Like, they say something or they ignore you and you're there talking to them and they just don't answer back. And then someone else walks in and says it and they answer them straight away. It's like, hang on. What's going on? Conspiracies, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not really a conspiracy person, but I'm pretty sure if the government wants to listen to me, they're going to have an interesting time. Right. Good luck, everyone. Duck number 7. Now, I have a feeling that is Ants Dorset. I'm just going back through to check. Oh, God, my beard's getting big. I need to shave. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well done, Ants Dorset. I will send you a message after the stream. And we will sort out your 2-queen Nico colony. Absolutely awesome. And a cryptic mantis from the Mantis Garden. Right. So we got 22 people in the chat. So I'll leave the 25 ducks up. See, there are 25 people in the chat now. Do I put it up to like 27 ducks just in case? It's one of them. You just don't know what to do. You just don't know what to do. I'll leave it at 25 for now. We would leave it there. Yeah, I think that's probably smart. I think that will be fine. That'll be fine. Right, so everyone grab your numbers. You know what to do right now. It's going to be great fun. So the next race is for a £10 gift voucher on the Ants on the Rock store with a cryptic mantis from the Mantis Garden. And I just heard my pump backfire. That sounds bad, doesn't it? But the pump in the tank, occasionally it does it. You just go in, pour some more water over the top of it, and it sort of chugs itself back to life again. But it's because I took the filter section off from the pump to make it sit lower. It's one of those things. It does mean I have to put my arm occasionally into the tank with all the dives, and they do bite me and whatever. I'm just so used to it now, I just get on with it. Sort of had to put up with it as the colony's grown, so it's never like, if you came to it now, you'd be like, I put my arm in that. But yeah, I've had to just deal with it. Great fun. So let's get this next race underway. Again, this is for the £10 gift voucher on the Ants on the Rock store with a cryptic mantis from the Mantis Garden. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully you've got your numbers sorted. If you haven't, you've still got another few seconds before they finish the race. It is pretty intense, isn't it? Chainmail needed a lot of that. Occasionally we have a duck in chainmail, but at the moment I just see Professor Duck. We've got like Professor Duck and Smarter Professor Duck. Which one has the patches on his elbow? Probably the one with the glasses. They both got glasses. The one that's in the grey suit, not the blue suit. I do like Rudolph Duck as well. Rudolph Duck, you'd expect him to like plow ahead. It really doesn't make a difference. The red nose just kind of shines the light for everyone else. Occasionally he might turn around. Everyone might stop really suddenly, but then everyone gets annoyed at him because obviously he's showing the red light at them. It's sort of cheating, isn't it? Let's be honest. We don't like cheating ducks. Those ones we send down the Chinese shop and we don't see them again. What else? Bandit Duck's heading towards the back of the pack. He's sort of checking out who's worth robbing. we got a student duck. We got the hat thing student duck in number 3. So Professor is probably watching over the student, or student is just there for a fun time with the Professor outside of schooling hours. We won't get into that. Let's have a look back. I think let's find. Yeah, I think you're right for 12. I think 12 is fine. Just go back quickly. Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine. And it was number 11. Well done, number 11, Duck. Has anyone chosen number 11? That is the question. I mean, we'll keep going till we give it all away. Oh, I believe that would be Sharon. Well done, Sharon. You've got another package. Or another. Not that you really need more ants or anything, Sharon. Right, let's put that there. I'm just writing down names. That's what I'm doing. Right, and the last prize, the final prize to give away tonight for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. 1,000. It's absolutely mad. I'm just going to say a massive thank you again to everyone who has subscribed and supported me. Some of you have been here since the start. Some of you have joined recently. It doesn't matter. I appreciate every single one of you. It's absolutely awesome. What to go with? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome that so many people are supporting me. So many, like I said earlier, it like sometimes I doubt myself whether the content's any good, whether you guys enjoy listening to me rambly, just talk random stuff all night, because I do a lot of that, especially on these streams. I do laugh at myself as well, apparently. So yeah, it is really nice to know that like there's 1,000 people out there, at least 1,000, that are willing to say what I'm doing is worth doing, worth listening to. I don't know. But thank you so much. You're all absolutely awesome. And I do hope you continue to support me, because you're all awesome and it's great fun. We could do plenty more giveaways to continue to watch. And that's the best thing about it, because I like giving stuff away. As we know, I'm a nightmare for it. So the last prize, let's talk about the last prize. Oh dear. Take a breather. Right, so the last prize is a ant chamber. I think I'm saying the name right. It's the ant chamber extra small from Ant Farm Supplies. It's the little black one that I'm using up there on the shelves. You can see me do a video on it if you go back in the past videos. They are great little nests, great little founding chambers, perfect for like a small colony of Nikos or other carpenters, or just a colony like that. They do really well. In fact, you could put slightly smaller ants in there as well. They do really well. It's just a great little nest. So let's give that away. That does come with a cryptic mantis from the Mantis Garden as well. So a massive thank you and a clap to Mantis Garden for donating those prizes to us. He has donated enough mantises to give away one with every prize. So massive thank you to Mantis Garden supporting me as he always does. Yeah, I know you're always up for it, but you don't have to. You know, no one has to give me stuff to give away. No one has to support me the way they do. Everyone chooses to, so I appreciate it. And you're going to get a thanks. Right, so let's do this. Right, this is the final race. Final race, and afterward I'm going to go back to the tank as well, because you're probably fed up of seeing my face, seeing how excited I get when I smile. I might even start singing, and you don't want to like watch me sing as well as hear me sing. Hearing me sing's pretty bad as it is. And let's be honest, I do it quite a lot on stream, especially if you get me to walk over the other side of the room to show you the tank, guarantee I'm singing the whole time. Whatever. Hopefully everyone has picked their numbers. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. It's not even on the screen, so I cannot see. I'm going to press the start button and then I will go back and check. But hopefully everyone's got your numbers. Hopefully there's no real fight. If you do want to fight to the death, I can't condone it. Please do it outside of streaming time. Maybe send us a video. Whatever, you know. Let's get going. Before we get like banned from YouTube for promoting violence. I don't know. We're not promoting violence. I do not promote violence on this channel, but it is always funny to promote violence. No. Oh dear. So walking down the beach yesterday. Had a bit of a day off yesterday. We've got family visiting from many, many miles away. We don't see them often. So we went to town, we went to the beach, things like that. It was a nice, beautiful day. Walking along the beach yesterday, like my oldest daughter absolutely hates the sand. And I'm not too fond of the sand either. It's annoying. It gets in your sandwiches, gets everywhere. And living close to the sand in winter is really annoying. And then when the wind blows, the whole of town literally just full of sand. It's annoying. So you might hear my daughter in the background. She's currently on the swing that we have inside the house. She's just on that, so you might hear her. Don't worry. Yeah, especially on the chips, just on everything. So walking along the beach yesterday, I turned to my eldest daughter and I said, you know what? You're somewhat old enough. So let's walk down this beach, stand there, put our fingers up and say, we said the proper word, but I won't say it now because it's before my 10 o'clock watershed. And we shouted, F you sand. It was great fun. We got many, many looks from the tourists and the people around, but it really kind of got it out of our systems, I think. And like, she seemed a lot happier afterwards. You should have seen the smile on her face. Like, yeah, you can swear. She's like, what? I'm like, you can swear. There's one off. We can go down and say, you sand, and it'll be great fun. And she's like, yeah, right. Her mum's face. Like, hang on. Well done, number 6. Let's go back and find who won number 6. The mother's face was an absolute picture. She, you never heard such a sweet, innocent little girl just go, fuck you, sand. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I wouldn't recommend doing it. Probably not the best to encourage, but my children, I know my children won't repeat it without me giving them permission. They're really, really good kids. So yeah, she'll be 11 this year, so a little bit young for swing yet, but she is she's a very mature 11, and I say they're just well behaved kids. They know all the swear words. They know not to say them. Simple as that. They know how to create fire and use lighters, but they know not to pick them up. Yeah, it will be a rerun. I don't think anyone was number 6. Let's just get it underway because I'm chatting rubbish. But yeah. Yeah, so coming in, buddy. It's been really great to have you in stream and chat to you for a bit. Yeah, kids are great. I mean, like I say, I them to swear, but they know all the swear words, and I've got that sort of great friendship with, especially with my oldest, that if I say it's a one-off, let's go down and have it out with the sand. She knows it's a bit of fun. It's not to be done again and not to be repeated, and I can trust her to do that. If I didn't trust her, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't do it with my other 2. They probably won't repeat it, but they're just not at that sort of maturity level, whereas she definitely is. I mean, the other day, she read the whole Harry Potter book in like 2 days. Like, the Philosopher's Stone. I've never read a book that thick. I get bored after about 5 minutes. I'm like, right, there's not enough factual information in this book for me. So really fair play to her. She's really switched on and quite mature for her age. So we can gonna get away with a bit with her. Bless her. Bless her. She's been sitting in my office more often with me. I think, yeah, Creepy is number 8, I'm afraid. 6 is 3. Thank you, Ants Dorset. Yeah, she started sitting in the office with me more often and sort of watch what I'm doing on the computer and stuff. It's really cool. I am a great friend. Like, she's a great friend of mine, as well as my daughter. We are great friends. She's got a great sense of humor. Like, we just connect, It's really not. I do with all my kids, but me and my eldest are sort of on that level. She's basically me in small person and female form. Boosh. Right, so the winner is number 25, Lee Wiggin. If you want to send me a message, in fact, I think I have your details already, but send me a message as well, and we will make sure that gets out to you as soon as possible. I'm just writing that down so I don't miss anyone, because I did a stream or giveaway once ages and ages ago, and it was a nightmare, right? So I did all the prizes, did all the giveaways, but I didn't write down who won each prize. I just kind of went through it and did worst mistake ever, because then I had to watch back the whole stream and work it out one by one. Great fun. Right, before everyone disappears, I just want to say one last thing. We have started the gift codes in the videos. All you have to do is go back through, watch my videos. If you see in the top right hand corner, it says discount code. Click on it. You need to be the first one to find that video with the discount code on it. Type that discount code into the store and you've got yourself a voucher for either 25, 50 or £100. They are hidden throughout my videos. past videos. We've got over 600, probably about 650 videos now. So have fun trying to find it. It's there. I promise you it's there. It's not been found yet. Is it Sunday? It is Sunday today. Looked at 50 videos and found none. Yeah, you could probably look through hundreds and find none. Good evening, KB. I'm afraid you just missed the giveaway, buddy, but thank you for joining. Like I say, it is there. I've got it written down on. I'm not showing it. You thought I was going to show you then, didn't you? No, I've got it written down on this side of the paper, exactly which video, exactly the time, so that I can remove it once it has been done and put another one in. Because we like giving stuff away because we're absolutely mad here like that. I am going to move the camera over back to the other camera because you don't want to see my face, my haircut. I need a haircut. I'll go get a haircut before the show in Weymouth. You know how it is, but you don't want to see my ugly mug anymore. So here is the Polyrhacus dive nest, and then loads of larvae about and building, and we'll probably see some queens wandering about in just a minute or two. So yes, please just come through those videos. Keep your eyes on that top right hand corner. It will pop up and it just says discount code, all in capitals. Let's say be the first one to find it, be the first one to use it, because after that first use, it becomes invalid. And yeah, I will put another one in as soon as I get around to it. Obviously, there might be a slight delay. I'm not Superman, as we've clearly seen by me ending up in hospital from pretty much overworking myself. It's all good. I'll get round to it like I do everything. What else? Let's have a random chat. What else have I been getting up to lately? Let's talk a little bit about the subscription service. So our subscription service is undergoing a full and complete revamp, rewrite, everything. It got very confusing at one point. Basically, everyone's on different sections. So I've just needed to streamline the whole service. Which is basically happening at the minute. I'm currently in the middle of rewriting hundreds and hundreds of pages, and I've been sat here hours and hours on late nights and early mornings, and it is destroying my fingers, we could say. I've got blisters coming up on my fingers, which is pretty interesting. I've never had that before, no matter how much I've typed. So yeah, we are redoing the subscription service. I'm really happy with how it is now, actually. It's so much more information packed into than there was before, even though before it was good already, but I just feel like we've just improved it again, which is always the aim here. You know, nothing's ever finished here at Ants on the Rock. You can always add to it, you can always improve, you can always learn from past mistakes and so on and so forth. So that's been happening. What else has been happening? We didn't have to, but we did have to. I rehoused my large male tarantula the other day. I was lucky to get a vivarium locally, literally down the road, so it was really handy. And he's very happy in there. Beforehand, he was in the codes could be in the streams, the shorts, or the main videos. They could be absolutely anywhere. But I did start with a video. I'll make it easy for anyone that's watching. I started with a video this time. I didn't put it in a stream because I thought that might be a little bit unfair, putting it in like a 3-hour-long stream or something. But it is in a video, fairly easy to find, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say, because otherwise I'm just going to give it all, aren't I? Which isn't the point of this. You know, so you'll get me next time. Oh, don't try it, because you will. Anyway, so I put my tarantula in this vivarium. I set it up with some nice big bits of wood, because these are not tarantula, they like their bits of wood to climb on. You know how it is. And it was in a tub before, and well, you know what I'm like with spiders. Well, not spiders, but tarantulas. I'm not scared of them, but I don't really like handling them, and I don't really like forcing them to do things. So trying to rehouse a tarantula for me is a bit of a nightmare still, to be honest. Like mentally, morally, whatever, it's just something I struggle with. So I put the tub against the open slidey glass door bit, and it only just fit through. And I was like, oh my God. So if he come flying out of there, You know what I mean? I'm screwed. And I will say, he's got really aggressive temperament for a Caribbean versicolor, which are supposed to be really gentle teddy bears. He's really aggressive. Every time you open the thing, he doesn't hide. He comes out at you. Um, he's charged at us several times. I mean, Paul, you're witness to this. He goes straight into strike mode, doesn't he? He's ready to get you whenever you're near. So I've managed to squeeze the tub inside the glass door, slidey door thing. What is an LP? Because everyone says LP, but that means nothing to me, to be honest. I've got a pokey, which I did research on. I've got two Caribbean versicolor, which I did research on. I'm doing a bit of research on a couple other tarantulas, but honestly, unless they've been mentioned to me and said go and do research on it, I don't know what they are. I ain't got a clue. So yeah, I squeezed the tub inside the glass door thingy. I managed to get the lid off, and he was just sat there. But I will copy and paste that into a Google page now, and I will birdie. There you go. See, now that, yes, I've always wanted a birdie, but it's something I won't do until I'm quite experienced. I'm definitely looking at getting a terrestrial next. I've been talking to Luke from Star Spiders. Obviously, he's my go-to guy for tarantulas currently. Just because they're great. And yeah, so we'll work something out. You know what I mean? What was I talking about? Yeah, so he was sat in the tub in the far end, which worked really kind of perfectly. I literally took the lid off and moved back. And within about a minute or so, he was coming. Salmon pink. I know the salmon pink. Thank you very much. He was coming up the side of the enclosure. He went straight onto the log. I pulled out the tub that he came from, and it was job done. It was so easy. It was like, oh my God, why was I even kind of worried? That was so easy. And he's been wandering about and really enjoying the much more height, much better height, much bigger enclosure, more suitable enclosure as well. But one thing I do regret not doing is taking the time to get more cork bark and stick that to the sides and stuff. He does seem to so when he spends a bit of time on the wood, he's then able to walk quite happily around the rim, around the roof, everything. The minute he goes on the floor and perhaps his pads get slightly dirty or wet, he tends to slide down a little bit when he's climbing, which is okay. He handles it. But I don't like seeing him fall. So if I could have spent that bit of extra time attaching cork bark all around it, I would have. I can be honest, I don't have that much cork bark in at the minute. I've probably got about enough to do half of his enclosure, not even that. It would look kind of weird, so I didn't do it. I mean, at the end of the day, I could always get Paul round here, get him in to grab the tarantula, very gently take the tarantula out again, so he gets bit and not me. I'm sure you can agree with that, Paul. And then I can quickly do it and, let it cure for a few hours whilst Paul stands there holding this tarantula very carefully, because it will bite you, Paul. And then we'll put him back in, it'll be fine. Oh dear, just stretching me old legs out. The old legs. Oh, I shouldn't say that when I've got Simon in the chat. Sorry, Simon, it had to be said. It is Simon's birthday soon, everyone. When it is, we're going to wish him a very happy birthday, because he is 100 years old this year. That is Simon from Mantis Garden, if you didn't know. Let's have a little chat about the Weymouth show. We are just 14, 15 days away from the Weymouth show. Everyone's talking tarantulas at me. I just noticed that you keep saying these random words. I've been trying to work out what it was, and it's tarantulas, isn't it? Oh, good evening, Mitch from Unseen Universe. Thank you for popping in, buddy. It's nice to see you in it. I was just talking about how old Simon's getting and the fact he's going to be 100 this year. Spectacular. I think you get. Do you still get a card from the Queen? I don't know. We'll have to ask Simon in a few years. Not going to be the Queen, is it? It's going to be King. God, What's that? That's tomorrow. He becomes king tomorrow. Is anyone watching that? I'm probably not going to be watching it because, like normal, I have stuff to do. I might flick it on in the background, No problem at all, Mitch. No problem at all. It was just I'd send you a message. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I know she's dead. I realised that as I was saying it. I mean, dear. It is a shame, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with this king. He ain't gonna last that long either, and we'll have the other one, won't we? Which again will be interesting. To be honest, I don't particularly care. Like, they do very little. I'm afraid you have missed all the fun. That was right at the start of the stream at 9 p.m, buddy. The royal family do very little. They bring in tourism. They spend a lot of money. I'm not really bothered either way. Whatever, leave them to it. Like the government, I don't really care who's in charge in the government. Oh, there's a Queen Ant there. You can see the Queen way down the screen. It might be on the right hand side for you there. Just next to that stick, there's several males having a great time with that Queen at the same time, which is, whatever. And there's another one jumping on right now. Well, there's so many males on that Queen, she can't fit through the entrance. She's having a great time. What was I even saying? Yeah, that's it. It's like the government, like, no matter who's in charge, let's be honest, we all just do what we need to do anyways and just get on with our lives. The only thing that really makes a difference is how much money things cost. And let's be honest, everything's expensive, so who cares? It is what it is. Anyways, we are just a couple of weeks away from the Weymouth show. It is looking absolutely fantastic. We have nearly 100 tickets sold to the Weymouth show already. 13 days to go. There you go. Thank you, Paul. Nearly 100 tickets sold already, which is actually really cool. Right, so after the Sheffield show, I did an event in Weymouth. We didn't even sell it. We had 50 tickets go out, but we had over 200 people turn up. And it was absolute madness because we were only expecting 50 people. I went on my own. And then it was just me with 200 people like stood queuing out the door. It's like, we want to come in. And it was like, okay, let's take this in, like, take it slowly and take it in turns. And we got through it and it was fine. So 100 tickets might well mean that we're having brilliant. That's good to hear, Amy. It might well mean we could have hundreds and hundreds of people turn up. It means that we'll have at least 100 people turn up, which is always nice to know. Yeah, it's always a little bit daunting putting on a show in a new area or putting on any show. I expect I'll be like this every year before any show. Lots of sleepless nights, lots of, sat there worrying, how's it going to go, how many people will turn up, etc., etc. But it's nice to know that once you hit that sort of that benchmark, it's there, and anything past that on the day is just a big bonus, really, isn't it? 3 hours, 100. That's not that badly. When we did Sheffield, we went 300 miles. How long did that take in the bus as well, with the stops as well? It was like probably about 7 hours up there, 9 hours back or something crazy. It was a long way, but it was great fun. We will be going back to Sheffield again next year as well because it's a great location. We have got a different venue that we are booked at for next year. It's got car parking on site, etc., etc. We have obviously listened to everyone that gave us feedback from that last show, change things accordingly. Do I know how to use a give? I haven't worked that out, Mitch. I'm not very technical, but what I do, and it's great fun, is we do duck races. No, I don't. Should we do a duck race just for fun? Should we do one just for fun? Oh, hang on. You know how to use. Yeah, it's ducks, mate. Doesn't need it. I like you say it in like a really tough voice as well, like tough, like stern voice. Oh, you got ducks, mate. Is that something you want to donate? Is it, Mitch, for us to do a giveaway with? Because I could show you how our ducks work. I mean, they're pretty tired out at the moment, but it is, you know, we could get the ducks out the pen, kick them back into the river, and hold a gun behind them. If they don't race, it's dinner. Right, brilliant. Thank you very much. So, Mitch from Unseen Universes, Unseen Universe, not Universes, the amazing Mitch, supporting us as always. He's absolutely fantastic. He's also a sponsor for the Bristol show in August. Mitch is donating a £50 gift card to spend. That is absolutely amazing. £50 is mind blowing. Mind blowing. So let's get the ducks out of the pens. Quack, quack. They're not happy. Quack. Stop it, ducks. Stop. They're fighting back. Hold on. Quack, quack. Yeah, I'm not very good at that whole acting thing, am I? But you got the point. We're kicking the ducks out. Thank you very much, Mitch. I really appreciate it, buddy. And I appreciate you coming in as well. It's sort of a what's it? Nice surprise. We don't get you in stream very often. Now, I warn you all, you might hear Evie in the background, our youngest. She is still awake and fighting the sleep monster, we could say. And you might well hear her. So we currently have 13 people in the stream, so we're going to go up to 15 ducks. We don't need the whole 25 ducks that we had last time. We'll just go to 15 ducks on a 2-minute race, so they're not too tired out. It's been a hard day for them, you know. They don't normally race this often. They train a lot, but when it gets to an actual race, because the adrenaline is already going by the time you get to the race site, you're knackered. Trust me, I've done plenty. It's very tiring work. Very tiring. So let's have a little look at our ducks whilst everyone grabs a number. You know how it works. Grab your number. If your number's already been picked, grab another number. We have 15 ducks in the river right now, so you've got 15 numbers to choose from. Hopefully there won't be any fights to the death because, like I said earlier, we don't want to encourage violence. But if you do meet up outside to scrap out over duck numbers, please do send us a video. Right, so we have Donald Trump duck. I'm not going to be supporting him. I'm really sorry, but I just can't. We've got Panda Duck. Panda Duck is pretty vicious, right? He sees a target, he gets hungry, goes for it. He's like Kung Fu Panda, but with less Kung Fu. We got Dr. Duck. He's always in a rush, used to running about like a mad thing. We'll see how he goes. Spider Duck, Spider-Man Duck. We never know what to call Spider-Man Duck. You know, he might use some web cheating stuff. We'll see how that goes. And then Professor Duck up here. He's already raced, what, like 8 times tonight or something crazy like that. He's going to be mad. In fact, we've got both the Professor Ducks there tonight. So wish them luck because they are absolutely knackered. But, you know, they're old hats at the game. We'll see how it goes for them. They've got their tactics. So good luck, everyone. Hopefully you sorted your numbers out now. I haven't been able to follow the chat for just these few seconds. I'll get back down and look right away. Let's mute this because otherwise we're going to be listening to a crowd and ducks quacking the whole time. And yeah. Right, so good luck, everyone. Number 11 has taken an early lead, followed by the other professor. That's like battle with the professors then. They're going to start throwing chalk at each other across the classroom, get the stick out, all those other things that old people used to have to put up with. I shouldn't say old people. The older generation had to put up with when they were at school, which luckily I just about missed out on because when I was at school, there wasn't nothing they could do to stop me. To be fair, if they had thrown the chalk at me, I probably would have attacked them. I would have got kicked out of school a lot earlier if someone had thrown the chalk at me. It would have been a great, great time. But we're not like that. Like I said, we don't encourage that. Luckily, my children haven't ever turned out like me. They've all done really well in school. All right, so good luck, everyone. Panda, you're the Grandad Duck. Grandad Duck, what number 50? Yeah, he's all right. He looks really intelligent and sort of like, he's probably got a good job. He's got a nice suit on, got his hair done. You know, he's probably got a decent job. I wouldn't be knocking it if that was me. If I was that duck. How much money, capital, does a duck need? What are their overheads and expenses? They get a lot of their food given to them via the public. So, if he's got a good job where he's required to wear a nice smart suit, he's got free cash. Well done, number 11. Let's have a little look back and see who was number 11. Let's hope someone was number 11. Otherwise, we've got to race him again. By the looks of it, no one was number 11. Now, this is happening several times tonight. It doesn't normally happen. So let's just get the race going straight under again. Everyone keep your ducks, keep your numbers, and we'll see who wins this time. Let's see, the likeliness of that actually happening is like, obviously I'm not going to work out the odds now because that actually takes some maths and sitting down. I can't do that whilst chatting. I'll go silent for like 10 minutes, won't I? It'd be quite a boring stream. But the odds of that actually happening are quite low. Oh, Evie wants a banana. Which is really nice. She could say stuff like banana now. She says eat banana. Banana. Every time we go near a shop, it's banana, banana, banana. There you go. 3 in 15 odds. That's quite. What's that? Like 1 in 5, basically. You've got 1 in 5 odds of that. Yeah, that's quite substantially against it. Yeah. And for it to happen twice in a row earlier, that's just annoying, isn't it? I will say it is now 10 o'clock. You're allowed to swear in the stream if you want. I will be swearing from now as well. So I'll repeat my story earlier just because it's more fun to hear it with the swearing. I was walking down the beach with my eldest daughter who has this thing against sand. And obviously I don't really like sand that much either. So I'm like, Kayla, should we walk down? Go put our fingers up and say, fuck you, sand. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So we walked down. It was a good old walk. For probably 20 minutes we walked along the beach until we could see sand. Because although Weymouth looks like a really nice beach, really sandy, there's actually quite a lot of rocks, apparently. So we walked all the way down to the touristy end, where it was not really busy, but there was a few people about. And we stood there at the edge of the sand, put our fingers up and said, fuck you, sand. And with her little voice, she's like, fuck you, sand. And it was brilliant. Right. Well done, number 5. Let's see. Who was number 5? Who was number 5? I hope someone was number. Yes. Amy's Webb. Number 5. Well done, Amy. So, Mitch, do you want to get in contact with Amy? Do you want me to do it? If you know each other, send each other a message. Like, we will sort that out. Yes, we'll sort it out. But yes, it was an absolutely brilliant adventure going down to the beach and doing that with her. And so I don't do it with my kids normally. It's not like something I would normally condone, but she is my eldest. She's very mature, and she has this thing about sand. And I know that, like, because obviously autism, there's certain things that trigger autism and can like ways around it, if you know what I mean. I know with this from dealing with myself, it's like if they've got a monster under the bed, sometimes it helps to draw the monster and then beat the crap out of the monster or something like that. You know what I mean? So it was like that same sort of, let's get over this issue that you've got. Let's go put that sand in its place and tell her to fuck off. And she did, and it was amazing. Her mother's face was an absolute picture. There was a few people around which kind of turned around like, oh my God. And it was brilliant. But like, it is what it is, and I wouldn't do it in the high season of tourists when it's absolutely packed, but it was quite amusing to see people's reactions. So, oh my God, what did she say? It's like, yeah, that's my daughter. But I know she won't repeat it. Like, I really have to encourage her to sort of swear. She was like a little bit kind of like, "You sure?" Like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Of course, I'm sure. I wouldn't say it if I wasn't sure. Wouldn't joke about it. God, but no, she's a good girl. She's very good. Let's say she can read the whole like Harry Potter book in like a couple of days. Probably just a day. She'd just sit there and read through the whole book. I get bored after like a couple of paragraphs. Chapter is about as far as I go. To be honest, I think I never really got past the Roger Red Hat series. If anyone ever known that, like back in my day of school, that was the go-to book to learn how to read. I'm pretty sure I got bored of it and never got past the like Roger lives in a red house. Roger has a red hat. I never read the next book. I never carried on with that series. I'm more into like factual information. You put a like encyclopedia in front of me or a book about ants, I'll read it the whole way through, or at least I'll find the bits that interest me and read those bits. But I can't sit there and like the problem is like I'll be reading and I have to concentrate so much on reading, actually taking in the story at the same time doesn't happen, and then you end up reading the same thing 3 or 4 times just trying to understand it, and it's not that enjoyable. So I tend to listen to a lot of audiobooks, which isn't a bad thing really. They've become really good. The quality of audiobooks lately has got a lot better. I will admit I am a massive, most of you already know this if you watch the streams often, massive Star Wars fan here. Like I could listen and watch Star Wars all day, every day, and never move from a pit again. And I'd be happy, but I'd get a bit bored and I'd have to go out and find a job. But that's just who I am. But I do like Star Wars, so quite often I'm listening to Star Wars podcasts at the minute. They've got lots of new content coming out, as I expect a lot of you know. If you follow any Star Wars stuff, they've got loads of new episodes coming out in a minute, but not just that, the books as well. But I've never been able to tolerate reading the books, so I listen to them in audiobook format, and is really enjoyable for me. It's something I can put it on in the background whilst I'm working or feeding or doing something, and just sort of listen to it. I've got to the point now where I pretty much know it on repeat. Star Wars is not dull. It might be a bit dull. It gets to a point where I'm like, I think about it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch Star Wars, and then like, but I may as well put it on. And then I find myself sat there watching, glued to it, regardless. Didn't have VCR when it first come on the TV, so recorded it with a tape player. Wow, that to be fair, I had it on VHS as well, and it's like that's. I think I've still got it on VHS in the shed somewhere. That's some old school stuff. Well, thank you for coming in, Mitch. It's been really awesome having you here. We shall catch up via message soon. Oh, check your messages as well, because the message above the one that I sent you was a massive lowdown of everything that you need to do with your ants. Because you didn't send me the pictures, I just sent you some general information always. So enjoy reading that. But I'll catch up with you later. Right, so those queens, like I say, that queen's got about 4 or 5 males having their way with her right now. Like, now that is natural and normal for ants. They need to mate with several males to store up enough sperm to basically last them their lifetime, so that they can carry on producing fertile eggs. If they only mate with 1 or 2 males, then generally that sperm resource will run out after a season or two of keeping the ants. And they either stop laying, die, or become infertile. And that is actually fact. It's really weird. Like, imagine, I don't want to get too grim, but imagine storing it for years. It's like, grim. I don't know. I say we won't get into the kind of the grittiness of that. Let's not do that. Oh, one thing I have forgot to mention. We have a new flavour coming out on our ant candies and sugar candy stuff. We have a new, pardon me, That's the energy drink. We have a new flavor coming out to celebrate everything that we're doing, the Weymouth show and the 1,000 subs, and just because I want to be awesome and give away like awesome stuff again, you know. So we have a new flavor coming out. I'm not going to tell you what flavor it is. You're going to have to wait and see that. You're going to have to buy some to try it. Or wait till I give you some, because I tend to give some away pretty much with every order anyways. If you buy ants, I will send you some ant sugars more than likely. Like, I don't have to. I don't think I put it on the website. I might have. But you will get some, basically. And yeah, so we've got the new flavor coming out. We've got a few new products being uploaded over the next few weeks. This is not our new enclosure line. Our new enclosure line or line of enclosures is still yet to come, including the Polyrachus or Weaver Outworld. It won't be that far away until the Weaver Outworld is ready to be sold, but the rest of them you will have to wait until roughly around the Bristol show. Oh dear, stretch. But we do have several new products coming onto the store over the next few weeks. Some really interesting products, some really helpful products, and a couple of things that aren't yet on the market. And it's like, why is this not on the market yet? We needed this years ago. So it is what it is. I've made it, and it's going on the website. But I'm not going to be doing it just yet. I'll probably do it on the big restock after the Weymouth show, because obviously we will be shutting the store for the Weymouth show. And when I come back, I'll go through the massive stock take and all of that, all of this, and update, and then reopen with all fresh stuff. And it'll be spectacular, like we always is. Always is. Yeah, that's good English. Yeah. Loads of males running about at the minute on the nest. There's a queen down there. Larvae weaving the nest. But this is only a small portion as well. How many ants you can see there is just like a tiny, tiny fraction of what's in this colony. And we've worked out, right? Because these bamboo sticks, if you go back in my videos, you could see where I put these bamboo sticks in. Right? Behind there is the highway, the super highway that we built probably about a year ago, and which behind that was the original nest. So the part that we're looking at now is probably 4 to 6 inches thick, like deep, with nest. That's very deep. I put the bamboo sticks there so that they would continue building forward, because I didn't want them to continue building up. They built in both directions now. They went up literally to the edge of the barrier. They can't go anymore without building on the barrier, which obviously they won't do because it's got anti-ant stuff in it. And it works really well. Like, it goes to show how well the barrier I make works. They literally won't cross it, but they've gone right up to it to a point that's very scary. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's it. So it's very thick, and like I say, this is only a small portion of it. It's probably showing you about a 12-inch wide section, maybe slightly more, and the nest itself is about 1.5 foot, maybe 2 foot wide now, and about this deep most of the way through it. So it's got a substantial amount of ants in there. Like I say, over 10,000 ants now. I'm quite confident to say that. Probably way more. We have unknown number of queens, as you can see. They keep getting mated with, and they just go back in the nest. I know I've pulled out around 70 queens from this colony, and there's still plenty more wandering about. So, you know, there's literally this year there's been hundreds of queens. It's been ridiculous. Like, we found them flying around the house. We found them in the bedrooms, and it's been great fun catching them. Don't get me wrong. We don't mind. You know, we are a family. Well, I told the kids that they're a family of ant lovers, whether they like it or not. But they basically just shout me, and I come in. Amy's really good at it, but she's not quite got the kind of hand skills to do it yet. But yeah, they just shout me. They're like, "Daddy, there's an ant in here," and I come running in and scoop it into a tub. I'm like, "It's another queen. There we go. We'll go tube her up and sort her out." And it's all great fun. All great fun. Why you haven't tried the barrier yet? Oh yeah, I know. But It's really good. And I do often talk about my products, and I do like to tell people how good I think my products are. But I also tell you when I think they're crap or they're not working or if there's an issue. But I can honestly say the barrier is one thing that I'm quite proud of. When like I use it in several different ways. Sometimes I use like in the glass tanks, I use it really thickly. I let it like evaporate away a little bit, and then I apply it whilst it's really really thick. And then there's an ant literally outside of its enclosure looking at me. That's a Polyrhacus dive, so I'm gonna have to sort that out. But then you can also use it as more of like a watery solution, more wet, and you can like just paint it on and let it dry. Within a few minutes, you've got a great barrier there. It works really well. Haven't had one escape yet. That's great, Jason. Like I say, it does work really well. It's got several components in it, including things which are like anti-ant. They literally don't like crossing it, as well as the talcum powder and rubbing alcohol and stuff like that. So it has several ways of deterring them. If they get past the anti-ant additives, we could call it, but they're not unnatural additives. They're completely natural. Things that you'd find outside. Once they get past that, if they can get past that and they walk over it, they fall anyways because it becomes so brittle and fragile that it just peels away from the tank as they walk over it. Now, I'm just grabbing some large tweezers and I'm scooping up the ad. La, da, 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 da. Naughty ad, get back into your enclosure. And that's as easy as it is. We don't panic here, we just deal with it. I am super lucky as well. My tweezers, I can pick up ants and it doesn't hurt them. They quite often they bite the tweezers and refuse to get off. It's quite irritating because then you have to get your hands involved anyways. But Polyrhacus dives, generally not too bad. You can pick up a Polyrhacus dive and put it back into the tank. As long as you're quick, you won't get bitten. Like quick and confident. Don't squeeze because you probably will squish them. But generally, you can pick up a Polyrhacus dive because they are one of the larger species. You just got to be gentle and quick. Another species is my leafcutter ants, Acromyrmex octospinius. You can pick them up. You can even ball them up in your fingers, and it's not really an issue because they've got a really hard exoskeleton. So basically they're really hard to squish, which is quite handy when you put in like handfuls of leaf in there on a daily basis. You don't want to be squishing your ants, really. It's not recommended. The other ones that are impossible to squish is Monomorium. Monomorium are so small that, thank you for coming in, Mantis Garden. It's been lovely to have you here as always, and I shall catch up with you very shortly. Monomorium. They are so small that even like if you've got one and you put your finger on it, they just go between your finger lines. Basically, they're that small, and it's really hard to squish Monomorium. So I get really easy to put them back in when they get out. They don't get out very often, but we did have an escape of Monomorium not long ago. Basically, I wasn't using a barrier at the time. I just had them in the straight enclosure with the lid on. Which was a foolish mistake to make because they breed into the like thousands, if not millions. I did learn from that mistake and I applied a barrier. But I don't always use a barrier. I do always advise to use a barrier with every ant colony, but I don't do it myself. It is not a piece of advice I always follow. And I tell you why. Because I'm lazy. No, it's not because I'm lazy. It's because it's not needed sometimes. Sometimes I've got like a colony of 3 to 5 workers in quite a large enclosure. I've been doing this a very, very long time now. What, like 14 years I've been keeping ants or something. I'm quite confident in my skills and abilities and my visual. Like I can see if there's ants on the side and they look like they're about to get out. If that's the case, don't open the lid. Come back 5 minutes later, they might not be there. Yeah, it's as simple as that. So a few of my smaller colonies, I tend to do that with. I've got what have we got there? We've got a carpenter species. We've got Myrmica ruba. That's a formica colony. They've got no barrier. that's a Formica colony, that's a Messer colony, that's a Messer colony, that's a Messer colony. We've got quite a few without barriers at the minute, but it's not an issue because they've got lids. And like I say, they're only small colonies, which I can keep an eye on when I'm feeding and stuff. I've grown quite confident in the equipment that I use as well, which is, to be honest, it's actually a really important part of being a good ant keeper. I think is having the confidence in yourself and the equipment that you're using, and knowing that it's just not gonna go wrong for no real reason. Like you know what you're doing, you know what you've got. Like I say, I've been doing it a long time. It's just a repeating the process now. What's the word? You become complacent. Is that the right word? No, I'm not complacent because I'm still on my toes all the time. Ants definitely keep you on your toes, especially when you add in tarantulas, assassin beetles, millipedes, centipedes, everything else that we keep. it does keep you on your toes a bit. But, like I say, part of being a good keeper or a good animal keeper in general is being confident in your own abilities. It's when you start getting shaky, doubting yourself, that you're going to start making more mistakes. What's it? Dave's Little Beastie says, "Be gentle, be confident," something like that. I always forget it. I've watched hundreds of his videos, and I always forget his little motto thing. It's shameful, to be honest. Dave's Little Beasties is absolutely fantastic. If you follow him already, you will know. If you don't follow him, obviously head over to his channel and give him a follow. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I can't actually remember, but probably about 80,000 subscribers or something. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. He's mainly tarantulas, but he does a bit of general inverts as well. He will be at the Weymouth show selling as a trader, which is absolutely fantastic and super exciting for us as a show to be hosting him. Patience is normally the biggest problem for most ant keepers. It is, believe it or not, when we do our subscription service, the first 2 or 3 months, that's pretty much what we teach in the beginner one, is just being patient. And thank you, Amy, for coming in. Send me a message, send Mitch a message. Whatever works for you works for me. If you want me involved to do the middleman or not, just let me know, and we shall chat soon. But thanks for coming in. Patience is always the biggest issue with ant keeping. It is so hard. But one piece of advice that I generally give, and this may sound stupid, is buy more than one ant colony. If you've got like 4 or 5, you've got something to do. You've got something to watch. The problem is buying one and be calm, be gentle, and love your spiders. That's the bit I forget. Love your spiders. That's because it's not massively relevant. I do love my spiders, but to me, like, love your ants. There you go. But I'm not going to steal his thing. I'm not like that. So patience is the main thing. We always we try and keep it exciting. So like I say, get several colonies or get one colony that has like a load of workers, like 50, 60 workers straight up, and then get the other colonies as well, or do it the other way around, whatever. But you know what I mean? Because it does become, if you've only got one colony and they're 5 to 10 workers strong, and you feed them once or twice a week, or even every day, they're not doing a lot. Especially if they're just in that test tube, covered in tinfoil. You can't look at them, can't disturb them. You got to be gentle when you're picking them up. It can become rather boring and a bit stale, So having multiple colonies, it does make things a bit more exciting. I mean, I never get bored, but I've got around 40 colonies and then other enclosures that I'm looking after, as well as hundreds of test tubes that I have in stock on the website as well. So we've got constant, as well as this tank here, we've got constantly things to look at. But I completely know what you mean. And it's something that we often get asked about, is what to do in the breaks. And I say research. And in fact, in the subscription service, for the first several months, we don't send you a formicarium. We send you your ants, we send you your food, and then we tell you to keep them in the test tube, because that's the best thing to do for ants in founding stage. And then in the 4th month, we actually send you your first formicarium to put the ants into. Because hopefully by 4 months in, you've let them grow. You've let them do what they should be doing, and they should be at the point where they need that nest. See, the subscription service is basically, it's all like, it's well thought out. You get the pieces of equipment as you should be needing them, which sort of forces you to be patient, if you know what I mean. You're already paying this money. You don't want to go out and buy a nest as well. You may as well wait. So we send you your ants on month 1, but you don't get your formicarium until the 4th month. You get the food, you get your barriers, you get all the other bits, and then month 5 comes, you get another ant colony. Oh yeah, the subscription service is really great. The beginner one, you get Lasius niger, Lasius flavus, and Mesobarbarus. The intermediate one, it's slightly more of a mix of ants. There's carpenters and other things involved in it, but I don't necessarily lock down the species as much, because it's going to be, I will go through the colonies myself and find you a colony that's suitable for the section that we're teaching, if that makes sense. So yeah, like I say, month 5 you get in your second ant colony. Then over that 4-month period, you gain all the bits to build them there, set up. And then month 9 you get your third ant colony, and then their setup comes later on. So it does force you to like have that patience. You know, you literally, you have to, because we haven't sent you the other bits. Which, like I say, I find it's a good way of doing it, because yeah, I know a lot of people who do like to skip the test tube stage and get them straight into a formicarium of some description. Obviously, it's not great for the colony if the formicarium is too large, and quite often, especially with Lasius niger, you're not going to find a formicarium that's small enough for a super like starting founding colony of Lasius niger, because they're tiny. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers. Oh, so I've just had a thing pop up on Twitch. Obviously, we are broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I don't understand, but I'm pretty sure that it's spam. Something about what the price, what? Offer promotion for my channel. But basically, I don't pay for any promotion for my channel or anything like that. I have done paid ads before, and they're a load of rubbish. Quite frankly, a load of dog shit. So that it is what it is. I don't do stuff like that, and I have no need, no interest, and I can't be asked. We must get probably 4 or 5 emails almost on a daily basis from people wanting to get us first on the Google searches and things like that. And I say it's very nice of you to message, but don't. Well, to be honest, I don't even answer them. But you know what I mean? If I wanted something like that, I'd go and find a service that's reliable and, quite frankly, not cold calling people via email. If I want a service, I go out and find it. You know, I get a good quote, get several competing quotes, and then I use the service. I tend not to like go for the things that send random emails or text through to your phone, like follow this link and you'll win £100. Yeah, I'm probably not going to win £100, but some African prince might gain £100. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it these days. No, if the laws change in any country, you'll get. Yeah, it's really weird the way apps work, isn't it? I've looked into apps a little bit, because we were developing an app at one point, but it got really hard work. So it's sort of been sidelined until we can hire in a professional to do it. But it's probably not going to be this year because of our other commitments with expansions, etc., etc. But it will happen. I've never done coding. I've never done any apps or anything like that. Me and technology sort of don't go amazingly together. So, you know, I get by with StreamYard. I do all right with this. Now, be honest, how bad is my squeaky chair? I'm trying to minimize moving too much, but it is really squeaky. Oh dear. Right, what else is on my list of things to talk about? Oh, if you haven't joined Discord, do join Discord. Discord is getting great. There's some amazing people chatting over there, but sometimes we do have roles in the chat as well. So, any extra people wanting to join our Discord, it would be amazing if you want to get on it. Is that the right way to say it? Whatever. We only allow nice chat in our Discord, any kind of arguing, and I come down like an iron fist and say, Stop it! Stop it! If you repeatedly to do it, if you do it more than once or whatever, you pretty much I'll just boot you out because we don't allow any kind of negativity in the chats. I am a very positive person. I love life. I love helping people, and I love the friendly attitude, and that's what we stick with and what we promote. So if you're in the chat, you can pretty much be safe and secure that it's a nice place to be. You know what I mean? If you want to sell a colony or any form of carrier or anything, send me a quick message. You're more than welcome to post it in the Discord. Just let me know first, and I pretty much always say yes. I think I've said no maybe twice. Simple as that. If you don't send me a message first, we will delete your post. If you post again, we'll delete you. Simple as that. Follow the rules. Everyone gets along fine. It's like what's the word? I don't know. Like so back in the day, people say I'm a hippie until someone does something wrong. Like, I'm really chilled, and then someone will do something or like, something, and I just go right. That's it. I've had enough. You're out. Simple as that. Because I just can't be asked with the drama. You know what I mean? If you're drama, you're bringing issues. There's 3 queens being mated with on screen right now. I hope everyone can see it clearly. Oh, and hello, Evie. My youngest daughter has just come in. I cannot give you my phone, darling, because I'm working. Okay. Well, that was interesting. She likes to come in and grab my phone at the moment because she's just recently worked out that there's games on it and YouTube and things like that. So she comes in and asks for my phone, and quite often I will give it to her. But right now I'm using it for streaming and work. She should be going to sleep. She will go to sleep soon. She basically to go to sleep. She will have her iPad in front of her. Her iPad is her talking iPad, and she basically practices talking. She gets it to say a word, and she'll try and repeat it. It's quite interesting. But you will probably hear her in the background for the next few minutes while she tries to come in and steal my phone. So probably on that note, we're going to head towards the end of the stream. A massive, massive thank you to everyone for coming in and watching, supporting, and having a great bit of fun tonight. I have really enjoyed tonight. It's been great to do a little bit later, a little bit longer, and reach our watershed where we can swear again. It's been a little while since I've steel case chair. See, I don't really, I got given this one to be honest, because I used to sit on like a dining chair and my butt hurt after a 16-hour shift. But yeah, I don't care. Chair's a chair. I'd sit on a rock if it's all I had. Yeah, massive, massive thank you, everyone. You're all absolutely fantastic. Massive thank you to our sponsors, Answer Us and Valhalla Martial Arts as well. Absolutely fantastic with the way they support us. You're going to say goodbye to everyone, Evie? Say bye. No, you didn't. My phone. See you. Massive you're interested in becoming a Patreon supporter, head over to Patreon and check it out. It's only a couple of quid a month. There's a couple of different tiers, but the lowest is just a couple of quid a month. And that's a fantastic way of supporting us. If not, please do just drop a like, share some of our videos, all of that sort of stuff. Drop a comment. It helps the algorithm out massively. And I do really want to try and put a bit more effort now that we've reached that 1,000. See how far we can go. I honestly, I have no idea what my next goal would be. I just want to just enjoy doing it. It's great fun, and clearly you guys are enjoying it as well. So we'll carry on doing the way we do. But I am going to go now. Send me a message if you need me. You know where I am. I'm on pretty much every social media. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Twitch, Patreon, Discord, TikTok, pretty much a lot of them. So you can find me pretty much anywhere. But that is all for tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic. Catch me again on Wednesday, 9 p.m. for the next show. And as always from me, I will see you again soon, Ant fans. Good night.